Hey there, Danny here. Welcome to my ramblings. I have a couple things for you tonight. I'm going to put DoorDash on blast. So I talked in a video not too long ago about my getting scammed. When I was on the phone with the guy, because right after it happened, I called DoorDash right away. When I realized what was going on. And he watched the guy change the shit in my account, and there was nothing that I could do about it. And when I asked him why he can't stop it, he said, well, anything to do with money goes through a third-party vendor. Okay. We didn't know that. They never informed us of this stuff, but whatever. Anyways, back in October or November of 2022, I had to get a new debit card. And in that debit card, when I put it into the DoorDash account, it required a 7-day hold before I could cash out. No big deal. So I outright asked, well, what happened to the 7-day hold? I specifically said, either you guys got hacked or your third party did, or it's an inside job by you guys or your third party vendor, because how did that 7-day thing get overridden? It says right on their website that the 7 days is to protect us drivers. Where the hell was my protection or any of these other drivers? In the latest one that I've watched, the latest one that I read, they were talking, so you don't get your money back from DoorDash unless you call a news media. You call a news media outlet, DoorDash will give you your money back because they don't want to look bad. But if you do not call them to defend you, then you won't see a dime of your money. I haven't seen a penny of it, and I won't. I've asked them a couple of times about, is this an inside job, or is this a hack that happened with you or your third party? Because how did the 7-day thing get overridden? So I'm putting them on blast because, and here's why. I have 2 cell phones. I originally got the second cell phone when my mother got sick, and when I first started doing this. If I was talking on the cell phone that I was using for DoorDashing, I wouldn't get orders. So I had a second cell phone. That way, while my mother was sick or whatever, before I went back to take care of her, she could contact me. And that one was always hooked up to my car. It goes everywhere with me, just like my regular cell phone. I've never had DoorDash on it. I really don't have a lot of apps on it. I only use it for Pandora, and it's the number that I have for you guys on here. So after I got scammed, I tried calling him from my cell phone, but he wouldn't answer the phone. Well, when I got back into my account that same day, I got his number. And I tracked it down to the Bronx, New York. He still has the number. And the only reason that I know is because I was driving down the road, had Pandora on, was listening to some music. I was heading back from a delivery. And here's the great part. He calls the spare cell phone. Well, I used the spare cell phone to call him. When he wouldn't answer from my first phone, I used the spare cell phone because he wouldn't know that number. And he answered. And he asked who it was, and I said, the woman that you screwed yesterday, or that you scammed yesterday. I said, I'm going to track you down. I said, and you're going to regret it. He laughed at me and said, that's okay, I hear that all the time. Now, he called my second cell phone, I don't know, like 3 weeks later, and it was on a Sunday again. And when I answered the phone, he tried to claim that he was DoorDash. And I said, you can't. I'm like, why are you calling me? He's like, well, because the dash that you're on. And I said, I don't have DoorDash. I don't on that phone. There's no DoorDash ever attached to that phone. But he called it thinking he was trying to scam me again. So he still has the same number. When I called his bullshit on it on the second attempt, right before he hung up, he told me to, excuse the language, suck his dick. So right after he hung up, after he said that, I texted him back and I told him, I don't have tweezers and peppers, so I can't find it, so it won't happen. And I let it go. Anyways, the guy's number, I don't know his name, but he's from the Bronx, New York, is where the number's registered to. The actual phone number is 347-281-1519. How is this same number able to constantly keep doing this? Why has DoorDash or their third party not gone in and blocked this number from being able to access it? And who is overriding the 7-day safety period that's supposed to protect us drivers? It only protects us drivers, us honest drivers, from ourselves. It doesn't protect us at all from a criminal, a scammer. It doesn't protect us at all. So, I just wanted to share that about it. I am working on some stuff with that. When that gets completed, you will know that might take a lot longer than what I anticipated, but that's okay. So, I would like to discuss with you about being a backup plan. So, anybody who puts you as a backup plan isn't worthy of your time. And that is friends, family, significant others. That's not solely for the significant others. It's for everybody. Any relationship that you're in. If somebody uses you as a backup plan, you're better than that. So say that you hang out with this friend or this family member regularly and you make plans, I don't know, for, Saturday to go someplace. You're going to go to some concert or something else. And Thursday or Friday rolls around and all of a sudden you're talking to them on the phone or you're talking to them face to face, whichever, and they tell you that they have plans for that weekend and you were just blown off. Okay. I wouldn't say anything at that point because the truth is, I don't care. The reason that I don't care is because you just showed me I'm not important in your life. I'm just here so you don't have to be by yourself when you have nothing else to do. I'm not going to stay in that position for you anymore. So when it happens more than once, it's time to say bye-bye to that person. That person doesn't need access to going out and doing things with you, doesn't need access to coming and visiting with you or anything else, because they have determined, based off of their actions, that you are only worthy to hang out with when they have nobody else to hang out with. And I don't care what kind of relationship it is. I don't care if it's a family member, I don't care if it's a friend, I don't care if it's a significant other. If somebody is using you as a backup plan, do them a favor. Back right out of that relationship and walk away. It's not worth your time at all. You are worth more than that. So, we had the challenge. I am going to ask you this week to step it up. Most of the challenges I asked that you did one bare minimum a day. I'm now going to ask you to do at least 3 of each of the challenges every day. You may not notice it yet, but after doing it for a little while, you will start noticing the way that people respond to you. You'll start noticing your comfort level around strangers. And your ability to be able to freely talk with them. I've never been a person that was, maybe I was when I was a kid, but pretty much since I can remember, as junior high and on, I've never really been a really shy person. I can start a conversation with anybody. I'll have a conversation with anybody. I don't care. And that's what this is doing. These challenges are taking you out of your comfort zone, and the more you do it, and the more you start to see the positive responses that you're getting, you're gonna want to sit for a minute after every one that you do and feel those warm fuzzies. That's your reward for doing something good. Those warm fuzzies are what should be driving you to where you want to go. So that's what you can practice this week. I'll have another one next week. But again, careful out there with the DoorDash thing. They can claim that it's not an inside job or because of a hacker, but how did the 7 days get overridden? You and I can't override it. None of us drivers can. According to the DoorDash guy that I talked to, they can't either. So that would mean the third party. So the third party either has been hacked or it's an inside job. How? I don't know. It's not for me to determine. It's just for me to say that since I got scammed, I have found over 1,000 people, 1,000 other drivers from DoorDash have been scammed since 2021. But DoorDash will tell you it's a very small amount. You will not get any of that pay unless you call a news media and they get involved. Then DoorDash will. And now they are using what I asked them. They're leaving out the 7-day thing, but they are saying we weren't hacked and it wasn't an inside job. But they never bring up about the third party. So take that how you will. If you have any questions, let me know. Leave messages in the comments or go to the community section. I got some other things that are coming here pretty soon. I got a lot of great things. I got a lot of great things planned. I'm so looking forward to all of this. I can't share with you what the excitement was, but I had a very, very gigantic amount of abundance just kind of fall into my lap today. I'll explain that at some point, but I can't because it really kind of goes along with some of the future stuff. Anyways, stick around. I'm thoroughly enjoying our time together. I just want to build our soul tribe, our soul family. Once we do have enough subscribers and enough people watching as I'm traveling around, when I'm near your area, your city, I will, find a park and then I will do a meet and greet where we can all meet up at a park and actually physically meet each other and have actual conversation, because we're going to build a connection here over this channel. That's the whole point of it, is so you don't have to be alone. You're not struggling on your own. There are people here who are going to support you and be your biggest cheerleaders, because this channel is about kindness, love, and compassion. And that's what we're going to do. That doesn't mean I'm not going to put people on blast that don't deserve it, especially DoorDash. Anyways, guys, have a great night. I will see you in a day or two. Bye.